In 2018, a large portion of an active United States volcano dramatically collapsed. A 9,940-foot wide region, a portion of Hawaii's Kilauea volcano would eventually drop by as much as 1,640 feet or half a kilometers, forming a deep depression in its pre-existing summit caldera. Mauna Loa 1868 collapse volume went completely unnoticed at a neighboring volcano, with this fact only being noticed after a review of historical records which didn't note what to us is now a highly obvious change? Well, that is exactly what is believed to have occurred at the towering Mauna Loa shield volcano in 1868, which over the course of its eruption caused what is interpreted to be a 1.62-mile wide region to collapse downwards in stages across by up to 1,640 feet. The volume of the depression that forms in an effusive caldera collapse is roughly equivalent to the volume of magma which is removed from its underlying magma chamber. This volume was essentially a perfect match during Kilauea's 2018 eruption, but at Mauna Loa in 1868 there is a massive mismatch. For reference, during a 5-day period from April 7 through April 11 of 1868, a fissure far down on Mauna Loa's southwest rift zone opened, going on to send lava flows rapidly to the coastline in only 3.5 hours. By the time this flank eruption ended, 9.5 square miles had been covered in a layer of lava. Yet, this lava flow was as a whole fairly thin, meaning that only 120 million cubic meters of lava was emplaced, or about one-half of that from Mauna Loa's 2022 eruption. Such a small volume of magma should never trigger a caldera collapse, and if we take the volume change of the implied caldera collapse from an 1872 drawing, we get a figure of 1.5 billion cubic meters. Submarine eruptions. Something similar has occurred at Mauna Loa before, albeit with no caldera collapse and a much smaller volume of magma in 1877. To a submarine volcanic eruption occurring 3,400 feet offshore as part of that year's eruption. Since large volcanic cones and young lava flows, submarine intrusion possibility is that the vast majority of the magma could have been sent deep underground into the crust beneath the submarine portion of Mauna Loa's southwest rift zone. Such a scenario isn't all that unprecedented worldwide, as during the 2000 CE eruption and caldera collapse of Japan's Miyakojima stratovolcano. During that sequence of events, some magma did erupt at its summit and at a singular submarine vent, but it appears that the vast majority of molten rock that triggered the caldera subsidence due to the formation of a submarine 33-kilometer or 20.5-mile long magma dike. As magma moved underneath the ocean's surface and did not erupt, additional earthquakes were created, generating the abundant observed earthquakes. I suggest that something similar occurred in 1868, as this would help explain is that the 30 distinct eruptions since then have likely completely filled in the subsided area which once existed.